Hey friends, Adam here, and we're looking at this. It's from Tenda, and this is the Nova. This is a Wi-Fi 6 device that's going to expand your network. We're talking about the MX12 3-pack. So we're going to go ahead, test it out, and kick it off right about now. So if you're a shopper like me, you're probably wondering, why do I need this? Well, think about it. Do you ever have those dead zones in your house where you're not getting the internet coverage you want? Well, this is going to put that all to an end. This is going to give you coverage all the way to your backyard, all the way to your front yard, your back porch, upstairs, and in the basement. That's because it has these individual nodes that are going to be blasting your Wi-Fi, and its deep penetration with the latest Wi-Fi 6, getting through those thick walls, ceilings, and floors. So, if you want ultra fast, and we'll go over the stats in the up close portion of the video, this is ultra fast. It's armed with Wi-Fi 6 technology and 1.7 gigahertz quad-core broadband high-performance processor. The MX12 dual-band concurrent speed is up to 2976 megabits per second. So that's lightning fast. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to install it, we're going to go ahead and test it out, and then we're going to give you the up-close portion of the video. But yeah, we're looking at unstoppable penetration, 160 megahertz bandwidth, and true power of Wi-Fi 6. Again, let's go ahead and check it out and kick it off right about now. So the first step is actually hooking it up, which is much easier than you would think. Now you're just going to connect your Wi-Fi to one of the nodes, connect your power, and then you're going to essentially connect it on your phone and your devices. Very easy. Now one of the cool key aspects here is you do have the option that you can attach it to an app. You can track it with an app and see everything in there, but a nice thing is the app isn't required. Some people kind of get overwhelmed when they start doing too many apps and too many installations. You can just go ahead, click this in, it's practically 2 wires and you're good to go. The other ones, those other nodes, just put them in other areas of the house, a little bit further away, and it will use them to repeat from one tower to the other to make sure you're getting signal in a very cool mesh triangle, if you will. So yeah, very easy. The other two, all you're going to have to do is plug them into the wall. Now that we've discreetly set up our other 2 devices, all we have to do is check out the internet speeds. Are you with me? I'm going to go out on the back porch first and see what the internet speed looks like. All right, folks, we're about 100 feet away from the initial router, and we're going to go ahead and run a speed test in real time. So you're going to be able to see what the speeds are literally about 100 feet away. For my network, we're running currently over 400 megabits per second, 420 it looks like. That's pretty impressive considering that's pushing the limits of my internet. I hardly even get wired internet that fast. So I think what's going to be the story here is at 432 megabits per second, the real limitation is going to be the speed of my network. I'm not slowed down by my Wi-Fi. Usually the signal comes in very powerful at the house, but then when it gets split off into your Wi-Fi, it starts to slow down. In this case, it's just as fast when it gets to the house as it is all the way out on the porch. Let's take it all the way out to the backyard and see how it does. All right, now we're all the way out in the backyard. We're probably 200 to 250 feet away from the initial router, and let's just see how this mesh Wi-Fi is working for me. So I'm going to go to speed test, use the same website I did before, and we're going to do a quick test to see how the performance is. I'm going to click go. This is a live, hopefully you can see that on screen, and 250 feet away, outdoors, really, we've got concrete walls pretty far away, and we're still pushing, 200 megabits per second. So 200 megabits per second means that we're going to be able to stream. Nice thing about this with the Wi-Fi 6, we're able to stream multiple devices all at the same time, even way out here. Not that I'm out here doing much work and I'm streaming several devices, but it's nice to know that even in the backyard I'm getting coverage. In an area that used to be a complete dead zone for me, we're getting great coverage. All right, let's go ahead and walk around all the way to the front of the house. Let me have you join me. Go all the way around. So we're going a pretty significant distance around here. I'll open up the gate. I want to do this in real time so you can just see how the coverage actually is, what to actually expect here, and see if this mesh Wi-Fi. Again, we would get 0 internet coverage up here before. Still walking, still walking. We used to get 0 internet coverage. So now we're all the way around the other side of the house. And we're going to say test again. Again, this is real time. And we're going to see how the performance is. Seems pretty decent so far. I don't know if you can see that well or not, but we're pulling some pretty good speeds for the front of the house. 377, 380, averaged, or whatever the speed is considered, 380.51 megabits per second. Very impressive. So the bottom line is that mesh Wi-Fi does really give you coverage unlike you've ever seen before. But on top of that, not only are you getting great coverage, but you're getting it penetrating through walls and houses, even upstairs and downstairs. And even if you have mesh Wi-Fi, getting the latest mesh Wi-Fi 6 with all the accoutrement that comes with this means that you're going to get much faster internet. And we all know that lag time we get on videos, video games not performing like they should, is a frustration for everyone. So the fact that we can get fast internet, incredible speeds, access to their app, and performance like you've never seen before is going to revolutionize the way you're using the internet. Folks, my name is Adam. We're talking about the best products in all the land, and this one is proving to be the best of the best. All right, so it's time to go pick it up. It's time to get to shopping. So why don't you do that? And if you want to see the product up close and personal, to see all the specific details, stick around for the end of the video for the up close portion of the video. And during that time, it also gives you an opportunity to put it in your cart. Thanks for watching. Stick around for even more. All right, folks, now it's time for up close portion of the video. This is the Nova Wi-Fi 6. This is a really fantastic device. And note, this is the 3-pack, the MX12, the AX3000 whole home mesh Wi-Fi system. It says hardy whole home high-speed experience, ultra fast. We're loading up Wi-Fi 6 technology, 1.7 gigahertz quad-core broadband high-performance processor, and dual-band concurrent speed of up to 2,976 megabits per second, so you can enjoy fast internet anywhere. 160 megahertz bandwidth, and it feels like it is lightning fast, okay? And you're getting that 5G signal frequency with speeds up to 2402 megabits per second. That's superior coverage, unstoppable penetration. That's something that people don't talk about enough. You can get a fast network, but if it can't go through the walls, it can't go through the walls. And so you want that. This gives you 4 independent wireless amplifiers, beamforming technology. The MX12 can blast through the walls with 1 node and expand the whole home coverage up to 7,000 feet. From your front door to your backyard, this will cover you. It's got 3 gigabit ports, the quad core, the seamless roaming, and the WPA3. Yeah, this is pretty fantastic. Now, you can get the Wi-Fi app on Apple or your Google Play Store, of course. And look at this. This is going to cover upstairs and downstairs. It's going to penetrate through those thick walls. Okay? You have to at least have Windows XP. Who doesn't have at least that? Internet Explorer 8.0 or higher, Chrome, Safari, Firefox, etc. This is really fantastic. And yeah, when you're looking at the 12, you're looking at a fast wireless rate, incredible compatibility, the coverage area of over 7,000 feet, and that mesh that can't be beat. It says easy wire-free installation, supports app management, and OFDMA technology, increases the capacity and reduces latency, supports remote app management, and it's easy to install. And that is an understatement. So, okay, folks, you see all that? Very nice. Now, when we actually open up the product itself, got to show you, these are really high performance modules. Okay, put rubber on the bottom, make sure it doesn't scratch up your cabinets and kitchenry. There's your mesh, your reset, your LAN ports, and your power. There's 3 of them like that. Of course, included are all the power cables you need, but that's all it is. Just plug it in and you're good to go without a word to say. It does have written instructions for setup in easy to read English. And yeah, I love a good mesh Wi-Fi, folks. My network is extensive We are recording live streams anywhere out to the backyard on the porch, out to the lake, from the windows to the walls. Mesh Wi-Fi has it all. All right, so again, taking a look at it, very easy to set up. You're just going to put up the power right there, connect one to your network, and pretty much the rest does itself. Does its own business, folks. Yeah, these are great. Just go ahead and set them up in 3 areas of the house, kind of equidistant from each other, and you're going to get the best network around. You can move them around and try to get your exact best coverage, but boy, I love this, and I know you're going to love it as well. Folks, this Tenda Nova is incredible. You're going to want to check it out. You will not be disappointed. You know I love and appreciate you, but what are you waiting for? It's time to get to shopping. Thanks for watching, and go pick one up. These are awesome. Goodbye, my friends.